my sweet, beautiful favorite girl, Kynlee, has returned to me for some boarding. So we're just practicing some fun stuff. Pretty much when I have dogs in for boarding that have previously trained with me, first thing I do is make sure everything that we worked on in training is up to speed, see if there's any kinks to work out. With her, usually number one thing to work out would be she likes to go into a down just randomly instead of the sit. So we worked on that actually a bit yesterday, but I kind of checked that at the beginning of this session. My Chihuahua is also here as an additional dog distraction. As you can see, she's nice and great for this because she's not really interested in Kynlee. She's more interested in my food. So I do kind of seed her some little kibbies out there just to eat while we work. And before anyone leaves a comment on how cringy I am for wearing these pants, they are very comfortable, and I have tracking club after this, so these are my designated tracking pants. Do not judge me and my little camo army outfit. Anyway, so Kynlee is just kind of having fun boarding and stuff. We're still working here on that sit to down and all kinds of stuff. Here I asked her to down, obviously, because I'm rewarding her. But really the main focus of this session is I'm building some eye contact in the heel. I'm not trying to train her like a full-fledged sport attention heel, but I'm just trying to add some extra eye contact into her standard heel. I typically won't teach pet dogs like the sport style attention heel where we have head position, eye contact, and like the body contact as well, just because it tends to make the dog lean a little bit more into the handler's leg, and for most pet people that's like super annoying. And especially with Kynlee, she's a big girl, and I don't think her parents would appreciate me teaching her to knock them over while they walk. I think that's going to get a little bit obnoxious. I also would love to also highlight that this dog has great off-leash obedience. That doesn't mean we never use a leash again, and I see that a lot of owners will ditch the leash, and then it's almost like, well, if I go back to the leash, then I'm a failure or whatever. I'm not really sure the exact thought process on that. The leash is a training tool just like anything else. The e-collar is a training tool, the place bed's a training tool. It's all just tools, and you got it in your toolbox, use it when you need it, kind of thing. Same with rewards and stuff. People will get real quick to ditch treats and things. And my opinion on that would be, if I can reinforce a behavior, I'm going to always reinforce that behavior, because the one time, let's say with recall, your dog slips out the door and you don't have your treats on you, they're still going to come back, because 9 times out of 10, you've recalled them for a reward, treat, toy, whatever. So I always want to try to pay my dog as much as I can. And also, great practice here for stays is me throwing some kibble out to feed my little Chihuahua chicken over here. Her name is Dixie, if I did not mention that, and she is an angel. Basically, I have another video, I believe, on my YouTube of teaching head position. I'm using my leash to tap, tap, tap. I'm also kind of making some sounds too while I do this. And then as soon as she looks at me, I'm marking good. So I'm giving her positive reinforcement with the treat, but I'm also giving her negative reinforcement too by turning off this annoying leash tapping. So here she broke that sit, so I just pulled her back into the sit. So I'm just making it a little extra rewarding to look at me, pay attention to me, and that's really all the session is. It's just 11 minutes of really this. We do add it into a little bit of a walk, but she's not quite ready for that yet. You'll see it's pretty messy, pretty awkward, and pretty slow. Additionally, I am currently house/dog sitting, so you will notice that there's going to be a little bit different backgrounds here in some of my videos. She's getting stuck in that stay. It's okay. So a little bit different background for like a month or so. I don't know how many YouTube videos I'm going to upload. I've been very, very lacking on the YouTube department. But that's okay. I do be recording them. They rot in my camera roll, and then I run out of storage, and then I delete the videos. I'm very, very bad at being up to date on YouTube. but I will be trying to do better. So here we're adding a little bit of walk. Now you can do luring. So here I was kind of switching between the reverse luring versus direct luring. Now a direct lure would be where I'm holding that food by my waist and she's looking up pretty much at the food. However, I prefer to teach things like head position and eye contact with the reverse lure. Because I find that it makes the position, in my opinion, a little bit more stable and a little bit more understood by the dog, because I'm not just bribing them to be there. I'm teaching them that the way to get that reward is you look at me, and then the reward's going to travel through me and down to you. You'll notice I feed towards me. I move my hand towards me, then down to the dog. So I'm not feeding her with her head facing outward. And this is a great exercise, honestly, for just about any dog. You don't have to be, again, teaching a sport style, pretty attention heel or anything. Getting extra attention and eye contact from a dog is never, for the most part, going to be a bad thing. So if you've got a dog and you don't know what to do, you want to go train, whatever, just teach them some eye contact stuff. It can be a great relationship builder. Something we're going to be working on the next couple of days is going to be that recall into heel position. She's very rusty on that. So I'm going to kind of help her out. We're going to do a couple sessions teaching her how to come back into that heel position. Just because I know she can do better, so I'm going to make her do a little bit better. She's not a dog that's overly excited about training. You can see she's kind of just doing it. She's enjoying it. She's having a good time. I'm not saying she's having a bad time, but would she prefer to be off the leash and running around right now? Absolutely. But that's okay. Not all dogs have to be absolute fiends. Like if you've ever seen my black dog Gracie working, she's an absolute freaking training fiend. Most dogs are not going to do that for pet dogs, and that's usually better for the owners. Gracie will sit there and bug me until we go outside and do stuff. It's very obnoxious at times. Little updates, I guess, because I haven't made YouTube videos in forever. We are doing a tracking club in Florence on Thursdays at 11. So if you are interested in learning tracking, whether you're looking for search and rescue applications, sport, you're just trying to do fun stuff, tracking can be really cool. It does not have to be a hound dog to do it. Gracie the mutt, she does tracking great. I know border collies that do it. Pretty much any dog can learn to track. It's just all up to you and your commitment to teaching it. So if you are interested to learn tracking and stuff, you can look at my website, kjk9dt.com, and you can find out more information on Tracking Club there, as well as some other stuff that we got going on right now. I'm also hoping to offer some more free training workshop days here in the future once I finish my little house sitting situation, just because I find it's nice to kind of meet new people and then also give existing clients time to come out, hang out with other clients, meet new dogs, stuff like that. Typically I keep my treat pouch on the left side of my body because I want all the good things to come from my left side to make that heel position even more rewarding. However, sometimes the dogs learn that the treat pouch has all the food, right? They're pretty smart. So I move the treat pouch to the back, just so that I make sure she's looking at me and not that treat pouch. It can be a little bit of a distractor. And make sure you're mixing in sessions where you do not have a treat pouch too. I see that as a big issue sometimes, is people are really good about going out and training and stuff, but they always have that treat bag. So the dog starts picking up that when that treat bag is not on, then they're not getting any rewards. So if you can, try to do a couple sessions here and there with food in your pocket, so it's a little less obvious to the dog there. And again, we're just adding steps with this head position. I'm not going to expect her to hold that head position the entire time for a walk. Obviously, especially now this session, since it's the first time she's really seeing it. But for most dogs, it's not something I'm going to require. One, it does take some muscle to hold their head up for that long of a period. And then also you have to do a lot of generalizing to different surfaces and walking over things and broken sidewalks and all that stuff, which really isn't realistic for your average pet dog that we're going to go for a walk in the park or the neighborhood. I don't mind if she stops to look where she's going, as long as we're not, dropping our head just to sniff or look around and do stuff like that. As long as she's still engaged, I don't expect her to be constantly staring at me. Some other stuff that she's been working on that's not really in this video is we've been doing a lot of playtime with Gracie that turns into obedience. So I don't typically have dogs interact with each other when they're boarding and training and stuff with me. However, Kynlee and Gracie have had previous play sessions with Kynlee's owners present. Their personalities click really well together. They play very well together. And they also both have enough obedience that they're both easy to control. My Chihuahua is trying to get run over in this. So I really don't, Kynlee is one of the few select dogs that I do let Gracie play with, because then I can use that session to practice Kynlee, recalling off of play with another dog, practicing their sits together, practicing their OB together. Nearly killed my Chihuahua right there. But it's been a really good thing for her. She's also getting tons of off-leash walks. You can see I've got a nice amount of fenced-in property here, so I'm really taking advantage of that, giving her a lot of opportunity to work on recalls, off-leash stuff, as well as getting some good exercise and fun stuff while she boards. And this is a clip from, I think, the first day, actually, we were here. We were going for a little bit of a walk around the property here. And you can actually see I asked for a sit and Kynlee went into a down. So that's why I was really working on that for a bit while she was here. Wasn't going to correct it while we're working with Gracie, because really the goal here was that they both listen. You can see even just stopping where she's supposed to auto sit, she was like, I'm going to down. So that's something we worked on a bunch, but she's doing fantastic. And I'm really excited to have her with me because I love watching Kynlee.